Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal! In the last episode, we defeated the Violet City Gym Leader Falconer and went ahead and checked out the ruins of Alph there. So in this video, we're going to be heading south of Violet City and moving on. And yeah, you can see now that we've actually cleared the gym, this guy won't stop us anymore, but let's talk to him anyway. Oh, yeah, that definitely did a lot for us. And here we get the item, the Miracle Seed. As he said, it increases the power of Grass-type Pokemon, and it's actually a hold item. So if you started with Chikorita or decided to have a Bellsprout in your party, that'd be a very, very good item to give to them. But yeah, with a new route comes new grass, and with new grass comes new Pokemon. In this route, new Pokemon you can find are Wooper, I believe mostly during nighttime. Maybe even only during night. I actually don't exactly recall. Oh, you can also find Hoppip here. And Hoppip you could actually find back on Route 31 as well. Now, Hoppip is I'd say below average grass-type Pokemon. I really can't recommend using it. It's especially hard to train up early on, because in its early levels, it only knows Splash and Synthesis. Splash being a move that literally does nothing at all, and yeah, Synthesis being a move that heals. Hoplip's evolved forms are okay, but they're not good enough that it's really worth training up a Hoppip early in the game. Yeah, here's an example of Splash doing nothing whatsoever. So I can't really recommend Hoppip as a good Pokemon to train. Wooper, on the other hand, in its evolved form, are actually pretty good. They are water and ground type, meaning that they are the only water Pokemon in the game that are actually immune to electric type attacks. Electric being a type that water is normally weak to, but since ground is immune to it, that negates the damage altogether. Yeah, we get a decent little bit of experience from that. Let's talk to this. Oh, or let's battle this guy. Yeah, I'd like to think I'm pretty tough. I did just take on the Violet City Gym. And now we're taking on Youngster Albert. Yeah, Youngster Albert's got pretty much more of the same. Rattatas, Pidgeys, he might have like a Spearow or something. I don't quite remember, but now with Barber we're going to go for the usual strategy of confuse them and then use them. Not that that really makes any sense, I just like saying that because it rhymed. Yeah, we still do have to stick with Leech Life, which, even against this Rattata, doesn't really do that much damage, but fortunately, Barbara's pretty close to learning a new move, so that'll really, really help her out. Now, I know I said earlier that I would be editing out battles in the future, and I think I did specify this, but just to be clear, I'm going to be editing out wild battles, unless we haven't seen the Pokemon before. But when it comes to trainer battles, I think I am going to go ahead and show all of those. Not that, like, you know, whoa, another Zubat, huh? Well, unfortunately, if I try to use Leech Life against this Zubat, it's just going to take forever, so I think I am going to switch over to Elephant here. But yeah, if I go ahead and, wow, what was I saying? Oh, trainer battles. Yeah, I'm not going to edit those out because, well, they're not really mandatory, but they are unique, so I think it's worthwhile showing those. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm not using my newfound Mud Slap move. That's because Mud Slap is a ground type attack, and Zubat being a flying type Pokemon, flying Pokemon are actually immune to ground type attacks, which does make sense. So there's no real point in trying to use Mud Slap against something that's not going to hit it at all. I will be showing that move off soon enough though, don't you worry. And with that, Albert is defeated. Alright, now if we come down here, we could walk around to this trainer, but that just has more tall grass. Well, I guess I spoiled that she was a trainer, but, I wonder why she's facing this corner here. What are you saying? Oh, she's on the phone. Well, just like it works both ways, you know, I can't say no to other trainers' challenges, but in turn, they can't say no to mine. Which really seems like a messed up system, but you see, Liz here has a new Pokemon, Nidoran Female. This is the first game actually to feature the difference between like male and female Pokemon. I'm just gonna go ahead and switch to Elephant here. But in Gen 1, there actually was Nidoran Male and Nidoran Female, which do evolve into different types of Pokemon and also look different as well. Now, both the Nidorans are a Poison-type Pokemon, so let's go ahead and try out that new Ground-type Mudslap attack. Yeah, you can see that's super effective. Ground moves are super effective against Poison types. And on top of that, Elephant also gets the same type attack bonus for being a Ground type as well. And on top of that, Mudslap will also lower the foe's accuracy. So that's all pretty nice. Yet another reason to want to have a Phanpy in your party is that it can make pretty good use of that Mudslap TM. Otherwise, you could just give Mudslap to your starter as well. Although I don't know if Chikorita can actually learn Mudslap. I know, obviously, Cyndaquil can, and I think Totodile can too, but I'm not 100% sure about Chikorita. In any case, Phanpy can make better use of Mudslap than anything else that could learn it at this point in the game. Unless you had like a Geodude or an Onix or something, but, well, I'd rather have Phanpy than either of those Pokemon anyway, so it all works out. And we see we got an item here. Let's dart into the grass real fast and grab it. Looks like it's a Repel. Now, if you use that, that'll actually repel a weak Pokemon for a certain number of steps. I don't remember what that number is for regular Repel off the top of my head. I want to say 150, but I don't know that for sure. And what determines what a weak Pokemon is actually the lead Pokemon in your party. Basically, Repel will stop any wild encounters from Pokemon that are a lower level than the top Pokemon on your party list. Any Pokemon that are the same level or higher, though, you will still encounter. Alright, let's move on here now. We see we have a couple different ways to go. I'm actually going to start by going down here, and I do actually want to battle this guy. I'm going to try to battle every trainer on a new route possible. All the ones that we can reach, and I feel like I remember where pretty much all of the trainers are. But there is a chance that I might miss some. Yeah, you see, this guy has a Nidoran Male, which is the counterpart to the Nidoran Female that we just fought. Now, being a Poison type attack, I don't think that our Leech Life will do much damage to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and switch to Elephant again, whose super effective Mudslap attack will deal a decent bit of damage to us. Also, that Horn attack is actually pretty powerful for this point in the game. And Elephant will definitely take a lot less damage from that. Yeah, you can see even with Mudslap, that actually really hampers the accuracy of the foe. You can actually cheese a lot of tougher fights this way by spamming accuracy down on the opponent there. You might remember Hot Pocket getting the move Smokescreen. Smokescreen will also lower the foe's accuracy, though unlike Mudslap, it actually doesn't deal any damage. So it's a little bit weaker there, but if you're just trying to stop your opponent from hitting you, it's still good to spam there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to outright ban accuracy lowering moves from my playthrough. They are pretty abusable, and same goes for evasion increasing moves like Double Team. We haven't seen any of those yet, but we probably will soon enough. Now, actually, I'm thinking about when the first Pokemon that would use Double Team, you come up against it. I think that's actually going to be quite a bit later. Not too much later, but a fair ways away. In any case, you know, in competitive battling, moves like Double Team that raise your evasion are actually banned. I think accuracy lowering moves are still okay, I think, but they're still pretty abusable in-game. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and run away from these battles here, so I don't know if I'm going to edit them out. In any case, yeah, the accuracy lowering moves I don't really want to spam too much, but I can't promise that I won't in the future. You see here we got a Great Ball. It's like a Pokeball, but it actually has a higher chance of catching a Pokemon, so we definitely want to save that for something we really want to get. Now, there are two different paths here, as I mentioned. We just took the one through the grass there, but there's another route here on this dock. Let's see, who do I have in front? Barbara? Oh, that should be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to this. Whoa, this trainer, apparently. Well, we'll see about you losing to a kid. As we fight Fisherman Ralph. You see, Fisherman Ralph's got a new Pokemon here, Goldeen. Goldeen is a Water-type Pokemon, although I don't think it has any Water-type attacks at this point in the game. It can actually use Peck and Supersonic. It might have Water Gun, but I don't know if that's the case at this level. In any case, we do want to confuse Goldeen before it gets a chance to confuse us. And after that, we're just going to go with the usual Leech Life strategy. Yeah, you can see even when that does deal regular damage, it's still not that much more. Whoa, looks like Goldeen managed to get off a confusion against us. Normally I'd probably just try to fight through confusion, but I want to show we actually did get a Bitter Berry here earlier. And yeah, now Barbara's not confused anymore. Yeah, we got that Bitter Berry off of the tree near the Dark Cave on Route 31 there, if I recall correctly. Okay, Goldeen's just spamming Tail Whip, which is not too big a concern. I was gonna say, as long as we get the confusion off, which we did. Alright. Now, when a Pokemon hurts itself in confusion like that, I believe that damage is not indicative of the move that it was going to use, but rather that damage comes from a set value. I want to say the base attack for confusion damage is about the same as what a tackle would be, and it uses the Pokemon's physical attack stat. Ooh, that Peck did deal a decent bit of damage there, mostly due to the Tail Whips that Goldeen was using earlier, but I think we should be able to tough this out. But similarly, if you lower the foe's defense or... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch here. Let's go ahead and switch to Elephant here. Now, even though Goldeen is a Water-type Pokemon, and being a Ground-type, Elephant is weak to Ground or Water Pokemon, Goldeen actually, I'm very certain, doesn't have any Water-type attacks, and looks like it hurt itself in confusion anyway, so we managed to come out just fine all the same. And finally, Barbara learns Bite, and has something to use other than Leech Life. Thank goodness. But yeah, like I was saying, Goldeen may be a Water type, but it actually doesn't have any Water type attacks just yet. So that's why I wasn't really too concerned with sending Elephant out. Now I'm going to try to sneak past this guy without him looking at me. Alright, we managed to do it. Now, I do want to explore the rest of that dock up there, but before I do, I'm actually going to come down here to, as you can see, there's a Pokemon Center, but this guy automatically stops you. A Slowpoke tail? What's that? Whoa! I don't have that kind of money. No, I'm good, thanks. Now, even if you do, like, if you were to somehow grind up to 1,000,000 Pokédollars, which I don't even think is possible at this point in the game, even if you have 1,000,000 Pokédollars, you still won't be able to buy that from him. Alright, now that we got our team healed up, let's, I want to talk to this guy over here. Do I want to answer that question with an affirmative? I actually do, believe it or not. Oh, he meant that kind of rod. Oh yeah, sure, I'll take that. And yeah, we get the old rod. So now we can fish for Pokemon as well as walking in the grass to try to get them too. I'm not going to be showing off fishing just yet, but I can't promise that I will soon enough either, but I will show it off at some point, don't worry. Okay, so there are a couple more trainers I want to fight up here. And, okay, just making sure Barbara was in fact in the lead there. Now we got two more fishermen up here. Let's see what they're all about. Freshly caught Pokemon, huh? Let's see what he's got. Fisherman Henry. And yep, he's going to send out a Poliwag. Now, we can actually find Poliwags at night back on routes 30 and 31, I believe. Definitely 30, and I think 31 as well. But in any case, we finally have a new attack, Bite. Let's go ahead and put that to use. Whew, yeah, as you can see, that does a lot more damage than Leech Life did. The other cool thing about Bite is that it has a chance to make the opposing Pokemon flinch. Oh, there you go, just like that. Which means they won't get to move. Now that's especially useful on Barbara, who's faster than a lot of other Pokemon below and at her level. Nope, Barbara can handle this on her own. And yeah, this is about the point, level 12 right here, this is the point where Barbara actually starts to become pretty useful, as Bite deals decent damage, and yeah, as you can see, the flinch is really good too. Now obviously if the opponent moves before you, whoa, yeah, it looks like they did manage to get a Hypnosis off, unfortunately, which means Barbara's now asleep. Yeah, which means we won't be able to use moves until we wake up. Now, sleep only lasts 2 to 5 turns, so it's normally not going to be that big of a deal. I'd rather just try to fight through it than use my Awakening. But if you really need the Pokemon to wake up right away, well, you'd use the item Awakening. But yeah, as I was saying, Barbara is a fast enough Pokemon that Flinch is especially useful for her because, well, if the opponent moves and then you use a move like Bite, the Flinch won't carry over to the next turn. You have to move before the other Pokemon in order to get that Flinch off. Now, Barbara is moving slower here because of Bubble. You might have noticed that it lowered Barbara's speed, and wow, we're going to get the full 5 turns of sleep here, aren't we? But yeah, that's another reason Barbara's so useful is because she's so fast, she can make good use of a move like Bite, which induces flinching. Ugh, this sleep is super annoying. Had I known it was gonna last this many turns, I would have just used the Awakening, but yeah, there we go, we're awake now, so it's not that big of a deal. You see, we got some pretty nice experience off of that Poliwag there. Alright, now let's go ahead and talk to this guy here. I'm not worried about healing up before this battle here, and you'll see why in a moment. Against Fisherman Justin. And he's gonna send out the mighty Magikarp. No, actually, Magikarp is not very mighty at all. Magikarp is notoriously actually the weakest Pokemon in the game. Until level 15, I believe, it can't do anything besides Splash. And as you can see, it's got really, really low stats, and it takes a whole lot of damage from just about any move. Even once Magikarp does learn Tackle at level 15, it can't really do a whole lot with that. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. In fact, the only stat that Magikarp really excels at is Speed. Now, Magikarp does evolve into something that's quite a bit more useful, but, well, we won't be seeing one of those until much later in the game. But we will be seeing them in the future, so I'll just keep that in mind. Now, if you were to fish off here with the Old Rod, I think the only Pokemon you can catch are these Magikarps, which, despite being so quote-unquote useless, Magikarp is actually not an awful Pokemon to have in this game. Whoa, level 15? Yeah, that might look pretty intimidating, but, well, I didn't see the kind of damage Magikarp deals, but trust me, it's really nothing to write home about. And as you can see, this Magikarp is actually outspeeding me. Granted, it's 3 levels higher, but, yeah, you saw how little damage that Tackle attack did. You really don't have much to worry about at all. Now, like I was saying, I think the only Pokemon you can catch with an Old Rod is Magikarp. I might be wrong, there might be another kind of Pokemon you can catch too. Because I know in certain areas you can catch Pokemon with the Old Rod other than Magikarp. But as a rule of thumb, Magikarp's the only thing you can typically get with an Old Rod. Now like I was saying, fishing up a Magikarp with the Old Rod isn't even the worst idea because of how good the Pokemon it evolves into is. Just know that until level 20, your Magikarp's gonna be, well, not even pretty much, just literally entirely useless. The only way you can really level it up is by keeping it in front and then switching it out, which is kind of a pain in the ass. So, I'm not going to bother with it because of that reason, and also because, well, I have a different water-type Pokemon in mind that I want to use in the future. Okay, let's see where we're at on levels here. We're about the same level, but Barbara's pretty low on HP, so I'm going to put Elephant in the front here. And I'm going to come down here and fight this trainer. Oh, really? Well, let's see what you got, kid. Got another youngster here, youngster Gordon. He's got... Oh, a Wooper. This is the Pokemon I was talking about earlier that you can find in this area. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use Mud Slap here. Now, for the most part, if you try to use a move against... Whoa, shoot. I actually totally forgot about Water Gun. That's going to deal... Okay, not that much damage, but still more than I would really like. Now, normally, if you use a move against a Pokemon of the same type as that move, it'll probably resist it. Ground is one of the exceptions, though. As you might remember me saying, Wooper is water, but also part ground type. And as you can see, using Mud Slap against Wooper is still dealing regular damage. If you try to use a water move against another water Pokemon, it won't deal very much damage. It'll be not very effective. But ground is one of those exceptions, where ground type attacks deal regular damage against ground type Pokemon. As a general rule of thumb, physical attacks tend to deal the same amount of damage no matter what, whereas special moves will probably be ineffective against Pokemon of the same type. Now, again, there are exceptions to that, but that's generally the case. Looks like that wasn't quite good enough. Now, we do have one more trainer down here that I want to fight before going back to the Pokemon Center. Here we go. Yes, I did. Would you like to have a taste of the team that felled him? Oh, we got a Bird Keeper here. I wonder if he's a fanboy there. Bird Keeper Peter. Oh, looks like he's got a level 6 Pidgey here. That's not too bad. Now, again, don't want to use Mud Slap against this Pidgey because being a flying type, it'll actually be immune altogether against Mud Slap. But we'll go ahead and throw out some tackles here. Those should do just fine. And as you can see, Pidgey's tackle, yeah, it's going to deal pretty minimal damage against us. Nope, we should be fine against another Pidgey. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really much to say about battles like this. It's pretty much just a tackle fest, although we are at about the point in the game where both us and the enemy Pokemon are getting a little bit more diverse in the kinds of moves that we use. So this is where things do start to get a little bit more exciting. Got a Spearow here. I'll stay in against that. Level 8, huh? Well, you should go apply to Falconer's gym. You'd make a pretty good gym trainer up there. Gordon? Wasn't that his name? I already forgot it, honestly. Alright, looks like that last tackle did it. I thought we might need one more, but with that, Elephant reaches level 13. Alright. Looks like we got some sort of cave here. Let's see what this is. The Union Cave. Well, I do want to heal before I go check out the Union Cave, but I think I'm going to do that in between videos. I'm just going to walk back up to that Pokemon Center up there and go ahead and heal there. But what dangers lie ahead of us in the Union Cave? Find out next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. This is Hexlex, signing out. Have a good day.